Do you know your surroundings? Are you familiar? Are your friends really your friends? What was that bump in the night? Do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Satan? Who are you? And what lies beyond? Today, I'll be examining cosmic horror, or the best type of horror in my opinion. Cosmic horror, also known as Lovecraftian horror, is a subgenre of horror that rose in the early 20th century. Created by the late Howard Phillips Lovecraft, hence Lovecraftian horror, it's a distinct genre that focuses solely and preys on the fear of the unknown. H.P. Lovecraft was an American writer from Rhode Island whose work spawned from his bizarre dreams. His work is regarded with high prestige due to his experimentalism for the time and the existential dread it brought to most of his readers. Later in time, authors such as Victor Laval and Laird Barron would hop on the cosmic horror bandwagon with The Ballad of Black Tom and The Croning. The first documented cosmic horror piece of literature is The Call of Cthulhu, a short story written by Lovecraft himself. The short story, published in 1928 in the Weird Tales magazine, published in a book form later on, follows a tale of a cult mesmerized by Cthulhu, a godly creature described as a giant octopus-dragon human-like hybrid with winged scales and a pulpy, tentacled head. Although nothing much is seen of Cthulhu in text, he is powerful enough to persuade the cultists to sacrifice innocent peoples in his name, chanting, "In the house of Riley, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming." Whilst their victims bled onto the shore of Cthulhu's apparent water-bound home. Cthulhu has become a pop culture staple of folklore and mythos, appearing in varieties of other texts, making cameos on TV, having multiple film adaptations, and merchandise. I mean, who doesn't want a murderous octo-god plushie? Briefly before I get into themes, I want to go over what cosmic horror means. Cosmic relates to the idea and existence of extraterrestrial and undiscovered universes and cosmos beyond Earth, mixed with horror, a feeling all too familiar that leaves us feeling extremely uncomfortable. Paired together, they create a realm of possibilities revolving around that of the unknown. The first common theme in cosmic horror is aliens. Outer space is a setting feared by many, causing mixed feelings of distress and excitement. You may get to float around in anti-gravity bliss, whereas on the other hand, a human may only survive for 15 seconds when completely exposed to the environment. Sounds iffy already, right? Now, pair that with unimaginable creatures out to destroy you. One that can invade your ship, repopulating in your body, bursting out of your chest, or taking to your own home, discovering there's an entire uncharted ecosystem living right on Earth, waiting for its time to shine and take over the world, wiping out all life forms. The worst thing of all, whether in deep space or on land, you don't know how to stop it. These things don't even have a freaking Latin name. You have no idea of their capabilities, which leads to nothing but panic. A story that touches on extraterrestrial cosmic horror is H.P. Lovecraft's 1927 novel, A Color Out of Space, which was adapted to film in February 2020. It centers on a family who experiences a colorful phenomenon after a meteorite crashes on their front lawn, only to find out the foreign matter spreading from it is far more sinister than its bright appearance. Other movies that blend into this theme of extraterrestrial-based cosmic horror include Alien, The Thing, The Mist, and Annihilation. Aliens thrive within cosmic horror due to its everlasting impact on the psyche paired with a diverse design. They are what lies beyond to most theorizers, and it's terrifying to believe one wrong turn could lead to the discovery of an indescribable lethal life form. The real-life cases of missing persons in space just add to the hostility of aliens and the unknown life forms. In the end, the universe is so big and we are all so small, so it only makes sense that it would instill hostility in our minds to what lurks beyond. The second common theme in cosmic horror is cults. These committed and frequently manic worshippers play center stage in many Lovecraftian tales, relating to the early days of Lovecraft's Cthulhu cult. This path of story arcs can go one of two ways. First one being to please. This route is taken when the cult must perform a ritual, whether it be by simply lighting a candle or a human sacrifice. These rituals are performed to please their figure of worship or god, one utmost unimaginable and potentially devastating. The practice must be performed annually, weekly, or once in a lifetime. Their reasons to please and complete these rituals is to usually prevent or stall from an impending doom by the hands of their superior, their fear of what if keeping them from their ignorance.
What if you don't pull it off?
They rise.
Who does? What's beneath us?
The ancient ones. The gods that used to rule the earth.
These people are ultimately driven to madness, and if they fail or do not complete these rituals, the superior figure will rise and inflict defeat on those whom it wishes.
He's gone!
The second function of cults is to summon. This is when the cultists perform a ritual and attempt to summon or surface their superior, whether it be through living in a sacrifice's emptied or co-vessel, or unleashing them from an object or transcript, like a genie in a bottle. The cultists tend to prey on the vulnerable, comforting the individual to reel them in as a sacrifice. Once the ritual is completed, the cult celebrates with a gathered ceremony where the superior mingles with them physically. If the ritual does not work, it's known for the Almighty to put distrust in the cultists, thus abandoning any prior blessings or reward that was to be given. The primary difference between the pleasing and summoning is that one is too almighty to surface, whilst the other has the ability to function on land when proper needs are satisfied. The pleasers will give thanks to the Almighty's slumber and charity to the cult, whereas the summoners ask for payment from their superior as a means of repaying debt for their hard work and worship.
Bring us honor, wealth, and good familiars. Bind all men to our will, as we have bound ourselves for now and ever to yours.
Cults remain a staple in cosmic horror because, other than their undeniable fascinating qualities and lifestyles, they are so fearful and entranced by their superiors. The thought of someone being completely controlled by one specific thing they have never seen, it's almost parasitic. It instills paranoia to the readers that look on to the wonders of the possible gods and forces that carry extreme power over them. Who are these superiors and what are they capable of? What if these rituals came to a halt? And now this translates to our next theme, gods, spirits, and entities. This theme combines both the ideas of cults and extraterrestrials, being centered to the most famous cosmic horror stories. From Cthulhu to Satan, these superior figures hold the most power in the world. Unfortunately, these creatures are not solely released intentionally, as many protagonists fall victim to their wrath by accidental overstepping or dumbfounded curiosity. The powerful beings of the beyond usually come from another universe or world, entering through a void or vessel. Once they are summoned, most commonly the portal opens to collect a sacrifice or fulfill a calling of sorts, whether it be better or for worse. Cosmic horror nests in apocalyptic tones with existentialist writing. It's the epitome of a surrealist end of the world, which I absolutely adore.